It's time for the Technocast, your digital plug.
Ladies and gentlemen, your systems are offline.
Molweni, igama ubongekile umamele the Technocast, your digital plug.
Hey yo, this is your boy Kagiso. You're listening to the Technocast, your digital plug.
Igama Uthando, you're listening to the Technocast, your digital plug.
This is your boy Castro Ghana. You're listening to the Technocast, your digital plug. Bra, bra, bra.
The government might have reopened the economy a bit, but the impact of level 5 lockdown is rearing its head and the picture isn't pretty.
South Africa will move from level 5 of the lockdown to level 4.
Non-compliance has sent South Africa back into lockdown level 3.
President Cyril Ramaphosa announced level 2 of the lockdown.
Cabinet decided this morning that the country should now move to alert level 1.
Being under lockdown means children have increased screen time and online access. Sometimes this exposes them to online risks and dangers. Be alert and be aware of your child's online and mobile behavior. Where possible, participate in online activities with them and teach them how to protect themselves online. Safety comes first.
May God bless our beautiful country, South Africa, and protect her people. I thank you.
Hi there. We're so glad you're still here. No communication medium killed the other. All they did was evolve. And those mediums who didn't evolve simply got left behind. A company called The Brand Connection also took time out to speak to us about brands connecting people via the digital space. They told us what they do and how they do it. Mr. Mike Lunega, General Manager of the Training Academy in The Brand Connection, had this to say about digital migration.
The Technocast, the Technocast, your digital plug.
We got what is called the digital media. We have a digital department. Remember, the traditional radio has evolved into something which is bigger than a radio now. The traditional radio, where you have one presenter sitting behind the mic and with a producer sitting elsewhere. The TV, radio, newspapers have got a challenge because of the digital technology. As a result, the newspapers are slowly closing down because they cannot compete in the digital world. Nobody wants to buy a newspaper in this day and age because everything that is in the newspaper is on your own laptop. Therefore, it has taken a lot of advertising. As a result, it is competing with TV now in terms of advertising because everybody wants to be on digital, wants to be on your eyes. As a result, there are pop-up adverts. Immediately you click on that pop-up advert. For instance, those adverts, most of them are placed for free. Immediately you click on that advert. They start counting, but so many people have seen that advert. That's what is called the click impressions. Everybody wants to be in the eyes of everybody who could be a potential marketer or a potential client. That's why everybody wants to be on digital space. But in South Africa, because of the expensive data, it's still very difficult to sell the digital as a radio station. It means because of a revenue split, you ended up getting a little portion. Therefore, it means in order for you to make real money, you need to push numbers. The more the people are SMSing, the more the people are phoning in, it means the more the money comes in. Digital is a way to go. There is no way you can avoid digital. Everybody wants to go on digital.
Communication mediums who haven't gone digital are in serious trouble. Traditional radio has evolved into something bigger, now simply meaning it's time to evolve. Although going digital is the way to go, access to digital content is still challenging in South Africa because of data being one of the issues Mr. Mike from The Brand Connection raised. digital migration has been discussed in South Africa since 2010. Even today, it is still being discussed in terms of how much will it cost, how will it be rolled out, etc. Even after those discussions, South Africa hasn't fully digitally migrated. Where is the problem? Mr. Mike explained further.
South Africa since 2010 wanted to do a digital migration. Even today, the minister, when he goes to parliament to table his budget, will be talking about the digitalization of South African broadcasting, which is still a dream. Even countries in the SADC, Lesotho, Swaziland has moved on to digital, while South Africa has not, despite the resources that we are having. We have a court case between DSTV and the government, who is blocking the whole process because DSTV is owning the entire broadcasting space in the country. Because of having their digital platform far before the government go on digital. All the radio stations are on DSTV, everybody's on DSTV. It means DSTV now owns the broadcasting in South Africa because of their platform. And now they're making it very difficult for government to migrate to digital migration if it doesn't go through them. If we can digitalize the country, for instance, currently, our studios, this studio is on digital. But for this studio to be getting into your station, it has to go through Centec, which is Centec is still using analog. Therefore, in the process of talking from this digital studio, when it got to Centec, it has to be converted, whatever message that you're sending, into analog, back to your radio station. Whilst if we could move to digital, it means the spectrum that we're having currently, that we are using for each radio station, can be opened up. If now in South Africa, for instance, we are having 3 layers of broadcasting. We got the commercial, we got the public broadcaster, we got the community. That spectrum could be opened up and have more radio stations. As a result, in Gauteng, you can't start any radio station now unless you go on the online radio. Because the online radio doesn't need authority of ICASA, you don't need the Centec, you only need your computer and the mic, and you must have a data. Because if you don't, people don't have data, they can't get to it. Yes, 5G will be important to only to the speed of the internet. It's not going to revolutionize everything. It's going to increase the speed of the connectivity, because currently we have a challenge, especially in rural areas, where the connectivity is not there, or it's very slow. If you look during the day in South Africa, it's very slow because everybody's connecting. But with 5G, it means everything will go faster. It means you can connect even if you are in 100 in one space, everybody won't have any challenge. That's what 5G, it doesn't have anything to do with the corona.
All easy and good for 5G and the digital migration in cities to take place and actually work. But what about the rural parts of South Africa? Also, how will this migration fully take place if it's been discussed since 2010 until today? Could it be that the delay is caused by the government or people failing to adapt? Think about it and let us know on the next episode what your take is. A special thank you to the MDDA, the Brand Connection, Rise FM, Infusion Media, Alex FM, and Bush Radio. Also, thank you to you for tuning in. I'm Balisa Magwena for the Technocast. Stay techno-savvy.
Passionate about radio? Well, Nemisa is here to shape your voice, creativity, and production skills. Go to www.nemisa.co.za or email info@nemisa.co.za. The National Electronic Media Institute of South Africa. Nemisa, let's go digital.